Hi, I'm Jill from the DIY and home decor blog timeonourhands.com. Thanks for watching this video. I'm super excited because today I have Larissa with me, and she is my sister-in-law, my friend, and my co-creator on the blog.
Hi everyone.
And we're going to make a fun and easy craft together here and show you how we did it.
So recently we made a floral infused body oil and posted it here and you guys loved it. So we're going to do more of that kind of thing. But for now, if you want to watch the floral infused body oil video, click on the left-hand corner.
Today we're going to show you the easiest way to make your own natural soap bars in a process called rebatching. We'll show you how to heat up soap and make it a more liquid consistency, and then add natural colorants and natural fragrances to make soap bars that you can use yourself or give to your friends and family as gifts.
You're gonna love it.
Let's get started.
As we all know, the word natural is used in many different ways these days. Basically, natural soap is made, colored, and scented with things found in nature. There are many different ways to make your own all-natural soap. In this recipe, I used already made cold processed soap that you can purchase through a Bath & Body Supply store, heated it up on the stovetop, and added a natural colorant and fragrance. You can buy a soap mold, but if you're starting out, I recommend not spending too much money up front on fancy gadgets that you may never use again. It's easy to find something around your house that you can use as a soap mold. I used a cracker box as my soap mold. I chose this item to use specifically for two reasons. One, it makes a nice sized bar of soap, approximately 2 1/4 by 3.5 inches. And two, it's a common item that most people have access to inexpensively. I just cut the box in half the long way with scissors. Then I attached pieces of heavier cardboard from a delivery box and taped them to the sides to make it a bit sturdier. Because this soap mold is cardboard, it needs to be lined with something plasticky so the soap doesn't get stuck to the cardboard. I used freezer paper to line my mold, but you could try using a plastic bag like a large Ziploc or a plastic grocery bag. To line a soap mold with freezer paper, first cut a piece of freezer paper that will completely line the inside, sides, and bottom of your mold. It's okay to have extra. Next, fold 2 opposing sides into the middle to make the paper the correct width to fit inside the mold. Then slide the paper into the mold and fold over the 2 other sides of the paper so that they mark the length of the bottom of the mold. Once you have the paper folds marking the dimensions of the mold, cut on the fold in towards where you marked the bottom dimensions of the mold. This will make wings on each end of the paper that make the paper easier to manipulate to line the corners of the mold. Place the freezer paper back into the mold and arrange the wings on the ends of the mold so that they cover the mold. Tape the freezer paper in place. Once the soap heats up and becomes a more liquid consistency, we'll add the colorant and fragrance into it. Measure the clay and distilled water into a small glass jar and mix until incorporated. Larissa used French green clay. The recipe at the blog uses rose pink clay. Then, weigh out the essential oil into a separate glass jar. Next, heat up your rebatch soap base by adding it to a large saucepan to melt it to an applesauce consistency. Pour about half of the rebatch soap base and part of the distilled water into your large stainless steel pot and heat it on low to medium-low heat on the stove top. Continue to check on and stir your soap base every few minutes. Once the soap starts to turn translucent and liquefy, and there is enough room in your pot, add the rest of the rebatch soap. Add more distilled water a little bit at a time if the soap is thick. Once the soap has fully melted and has a loose mashed potato consistency, it's time to add the rest of the ingredients. Stir the clay and water back up as the clay has a tendency to sit in the bottom of the container. Pour the clay water mixture into the soap and stir it thoroughly. Then, take the pot of soap off of the stove burner and stir in the essential oil. Once the ingredients are thoroughly incorporated, pour the soap into your soap mold. Fill it about halfway up and smush it down to make sure it's filling all of the corners and the mold. This will help decrease the amount of air bubbles in your finished soap. Finish filling the mold to the top. Let the soap cool and harden in the mold for at least 1 day before unmolding. After a day or so, you can remove the soap from the mold. It will still feel sticky and somewhat pliable when you unmold it, so handle it gently. Remove the soap from the mold and peel away the liner. After that, you can cut your soap into bars using a non-serrated knife. I like to measure mine so that I get fairly even bars. At this point, the soap should sit in a cool, dry area for 1 to 2 weeks so excess moisture can evaporate and it can harden. After your soap bars have time to harden, it's time to use them or package them up to give away as gifts. I made a free all-natural soap label printable that's linked in the description box below that you're welcome to use. Just print it out. I like to use cardstock. Trim it up to fit your bars of soap, and don't forget to cut out the adorable sneak peek soap window. Wrap it around your soap bars and secure it. I used washi tape, so the packaging is 100% eco-friendly. It's so cute when you're done. It looks like it's in a little box with a window.
Thanks for watching our video. If you liked it, be sure to give us a thumbs up below.
And if you want to see more of our DIY and home decor videos, please subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments section. I guess that's it for today. See you next time.